Hello researchers, today I will be showing you my diagrams of the copter fly. All of these are collected via corpses of them we find along the far plains, so do not worry, we're not hunting them. Though they are so numerous, it will not really matter that much. Now, here is the biology of the head, the anatomy. Here we have one of the most predominant and important parts about it, the interesting thing, the motor. This motor seems to be powered by the creature's urine somehow. We had not found out how. And that spins these props, the propellers. Again, don't know exactly what that's made of, but probably something keratin-like. Then there's the gyroscopal organ, which seems to use a mixture of magic energy and physics to keep the creature tilted in whichever specific way. There are multiple of these across the body. I just drew one. Flipping sides of my pen. It has a brain, similar to creatures on this planet. An eye, which is just black. Yes, we have seen an eye out of a specimen, and it is just black. No white, no iris, just pure black. Pretty cute though. Then you have the throat, which goes to stomach, which goes to the intestine, and the intestine seems to process pretty much everything except for fiber, and the fibers get put into the fibrous exterior. Now, just realized I'm probably gonna have to come back with a part 2 to this. Oh well. Back here, this fibrous exterior here is thinner so that there's like gaps for the air to pass through. Then that goes through the air intake to the lungs, and then there's also heart. Keep in mind, most of these organs are pretty comparable to organs in our universe, but there's living concrete spiders in this dimension, so not all of it's completely sensical. And here you can see what I wrote down. All urine is used in the motor somehow, don't know how, and the fiber is used as a shell. Over here, since this is part of the thing, here we have the mouth of the thing, which is just kind of a flap. We'll see how it like breaks apart food in a little bit. Then there's the throat, the stomach, the intestine, everything. And then this is where the reproductive organs of the creature will be, whether male or female. It's either testicles or ovaries. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right, but you know what it is. And there's a long reproductive tube, not for what you think, rather to put eggs into a puddle and sperm into a puddle, similar to fish. The babies will be very small and without the fibrous exterior, which is why there's so many eggs. So that it's basically like octopuses, where there's just a bunch of tiny, weak little guys, and they kind of just have to figure it out. That being said, they gain their exterior pretty quickly. Now, here's tentacles, or tendrils. Here we have the muscle, the neurons, and the blood vein. This is not a perfect diagram because the tendrils tend to be eaten by other creatures, but it's still pretty cool and pretty accurate as you can get. Here's a quick demonstration of how these cells work, with cells being stretched out or compressed or just normal. It'll be normal in straight parts, stretched out when it's curving out, and compressed when curving in. Here we have the inner limbs, which are shorter and have a sharp claw-like protrusion, I guess, on the end of this tendril. And these are used to stab into the flesh or whatever of the thing. It might be a fruit, might be a creature, and then be eaten. And then that will go into here. Now, the last thing that I have demonstrated on here, drawn on here, is first of all, multiple gyroscopic organs and for steering and preventing the whole thing from just spinning kind of like a helicopter. And here's how it hunts. It will be flying around, get above its target, stop using its propeller to fall onto it, and then it'll just eat it. And that's not all of the details of this organism, but it's damn close. And if you're wondering why it has so many organs, this is because there are two major, like, families in the far plane, as far as I can tell. There are the Materiae. I'm making this up as I go, by the way. This is not going to be the official thing, and this is just a hypothesis, not even a theory. But it could be that there's the Materiae, which are like materials, for example, Prince Rupert drops, and long legs, which are concrete things. I think I haven't watched that video in a while, care guide. But then there's other organisms like the leaf, which is a type of insect. These would be in the organae. This would be an organae or creature. And by the way, these are the tendrils, so they'll be all bunched up together. And this is pretty much it. I'll give more details as I go along.